Romping, stomping, watch your noggin, here comes the Joe Hills. Jumping, lunging, your bones be crunching, here comes the Joe Hills. Here comes the Joe Hills.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome Luigi Gamer, Ryan the Gamer, Ray Hudgens, John Brown, Bodazar Pack, King Crim. Welcome one, welcome all. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. We are working on getting our graveyard kind of leveled out today. We need to grab a ton more dirt from that hill back there, which means we actually kind of need to empty our inventory. I just logged in, like, literally right now. Hola, cara Sofia! ¿Cómo está usted? Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. No pumpkin suit. No, we wore them out yesterday, and it just didn't work out for this stream. I was kind of like, is it worth it to try and get everything in order? Let's go. We got to record something today while we have the opening. So, trying to get stuff done and doing it as prettily as possible, or sometimes at odds. Welcome, Findos Ball. Glad to have you as well. Looks like we got some folks joining us on twitch.tv as well. Welcome, Bert Goldum, Meloria Maritime, Soulskins, and Hooper Brandon Elixir. Glad to have you. Welcome, Don Allen as well. Where's my... Oh, my shovel broke. That's why I came back here at the end of the last one. I forgot about that. So yeah, we're going to make a new shovel real quick. That's not how we do that. Yeah, we're going to take one diamond to make a shovel. Do. We're going to put it in here on the double. Do. Gonna get some torches for our shovel. Do. Okay. So that should be enough. We are partially through the day already, so... Whoops, that's a window. And too many torches everywhere. Welcome, DNO, Allen, Eric the P, Scotty Dog, It's Just Chris, and Hales135 as well. Welcome to I Was Subscribe. Glad to have you guys. Welcome, Elite on the Rocks on Mixer.com. Let's see. So, we have kind of cleared out the rough area we're going to use for our graveyard. Is it raining now? Of course. My plan was to... I should bring an extra bed. That's what I should do. The beginning of every live stream is kind of a wreck, because I'm like, what was it I was going to do? How was I going to do it? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go get shears to shear some of the sheep that we're going to run into on our way. And maybe we should bring an extra crafting bench with us as well. So... extra crafting bench can be made with that. Enough that could be made with that. Do I have just random wool lying around? Probably not. I haven't been grabbing extra wool on my way through here, as far as I can tell. Nope, lapis lazuli is not wool. Where are the shears? Here they are. Cheers, shears. Okay. So let's go grab some wool from sheep, and then maybe start just kind of... By the time we get ready to make the bed, it might be time to just return to our little base. Not really a base, our little sanctuary for the moment, anyway. Welcome, Matt Default. We are working on our cemetery today. We need to grab some wool for extra beds, though. Let's go ahead and knock that over, though. We will want all the eggs we can get in the long term. I love how many chickens are just free range over here. That is filling my heart with joy. Okay, so current plan is before the sun actually goes down and mobs start spawning, we're going to try and run all the way to the top of that hill. Build ourselves a bed. Sleep through the night. Gather a bunch of dirt and then run back. That's going to be our current plan. Pity feather beds aren't a thing, says Kara Sophia. I agree. Welcome, Henry Peter. Swamp-dwelling sheep. They are that indeed. They are that indeed. Okay. So if we run along the tops of these trees, we can get to that ridge pretty quickly. Wait, that's the wrong ridge, isn't it? This is the ridge we want, I think, maybe. Up to the treetops, up we go. Something, something, I am Joe. Yeah, this is it. Okay. The sun is actually going to set momentarily, though. So, time is indeed against us in this case, guys. What? That was almost bad and stupid. Okay, so we're going to quickly conceal ourselves beneath some stone here. Dang it, gravel. You're worthless. Okay, this is even more interesting. Okay, well, core concept. We seem to have found something neat, even though we didn't intend to, which is kind of part of the point of exploring, but is not good if you're trying to frantically make a bed before the mobs start spawning and then you can't use it. That's not where we wanted it. Whoa, cool dance moves. Okay, I think that worked. I do want to go down here now. Is there a creeper down here? Nope, just grass blocks and a natural cave where I can hear chickens. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Let's see. Welcome, Andrew Cook. Blossom Warrior, hello. The mini child is doing well. Okay. Welcome, Jaderade. Okay. Why aren't I blue? Problems. Logistics, really. So, big thing that we're doing today is we are trying to scrape all the dirt off the tops of a bunch of hills that are visible from our graveyard because they look too cheerful when you see them in the distance from the graveyard, for one thing. Second thing, we need all the dirt to level out our graveyard. So, we just are going to kind of come through here and burn diamond shovels like crazy. Welcome, Play. Glad to have you today. So, if you guys have any questions about Hermitcraft or about what I do, now's probably a good time to ask your questions. Welcome, Hedrick Phillip. Try not to type gibberish. Welcome, Zach Dalton and Orange Pineapple. If you guys have any questions, though, now's a great time to ask them because we are just carving out a hillside worth of dirt. So, yeah. Blossom Warrior says, I think children are limited edition adults. They grow up so fast. They do grow up fast. Okay. It's kind of easier to dig upward because you get to dig through the dirt and then the grass. Hey, welcome, Charge Bolts. Glad to have you today on Mixer.com. Okay. Soul Sand on the Bear Hills, says Daniel Chapeski. That actually is a cool idea. I do like that idea. I think those would look really cool in the distance. I don't have a lot of soul sand. Andrew says, why can't I win a game of Fortnite? I don't know. Give it 2 weeks. Charge Bolt says, what is Hermitcraft? Hermitcraft is an invite-only Minecraft server for YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Like me. Why did I create my YouTube channel? I wanted to practice improvisational comedy, and it seemed like a good way to do it. How did I meet Cleo? I met Cleo through Vetches, who made the Super Hostile maps that were the first things I played on my channel. You guys can go back to my very first videos, and the video quality is terrible, but you can kind of see that I was already practicing doing what I was doing. I had a kind of clear vision for this, and I've been happy that I've been able to follow through on it. How did I discover poutine? There's a 24-hour cafe in Nashville called Cafe Coco that's near where I went to college, and they serve poutine. What about a dye shop? I don't know. Maybe a dye shop. That would be cool. I don't know if somebody else has one or what, though. If I built a dye shop, I'd be the richest hermit. I don't need to be the richest hermit. Skeleton horses everywhere. Wait, are you saying you see skeleton horses down there somewhere? Because I kind of want to know that, if so. I'm looking real quick, scanning for skeleton horses. Don't see them. Am I ever going to give Mumbo another prank puzzle to solve? Maybe. The thing with prank and Mumbo is you really got to think it through in advance. Like, I want my pranks to be very meaningful. Like, you'll notice that I don't do a ton of pranks, but when I do, they're usually pretty good. It's hard to come up with good ones, so I have very high standards. Blossom Warrior says, I give you Jelly love. Jelly, of course, is Good Times with Scar's cat, who's in the competition to be a cat for, what do you call it? The new cat in Minecraft. Charge Bolt says, I gotta grind Ion BO4. Well, if you need to exchange electrons with Boron 4, then go for it, man. What would that be with 4 oxygens and a boron? Is that even possible? I don't know. Core concept. We're doing great. Is Mumbo a person? Yes, he's a person on Hermitcraft. He's a YouTuber on Hermitcraft. Angry Bear says, no efficiency or at least unbreaking? Did you fall in lava again? The problem is I accidentally broke my good shovel, and there's nowhere over here to enchant. We're all the way in the middle of nowhere, and it would take me like 15 minutes to try and run somewhere to enchant. I didn't move an enchanting station over here with me. So, basically at this point, we're just going with what we got. It's, you know, the best I can do given the circumstances. Welcome, Level Then and Level. Glad to have you today. Oh, get skeleton horses for the graveyard. That is a really good suggestion. I like that suggestion. Good idea. Thank you, John Brown, for that excellent suggestion. Hey, welcome, Wazzlethoth. Glad to see you joining us via Mixer.com. Loki Does Things says, hey, Joe, first stream of yours I have caught. How's it going? It is going well. We are in the process of digging out a hill that is visible from my graveyard. My new graveyard is going right over there. Like you can see the church in the distance. The idea is that the graveyard needs to be level, and I need a ton of dirt. And there was this very pretty, well, there were 2 very pretty hills that you could see from the graveyard. That one there, you can see I've already stripped all the dirt off the top, so it just looks like cold stone. And this one, I'm in the process of stripping the dirt off the top next. So, we're just kind of chewing through here, grabbing stacks of dirt like it's no thing. No thing at all. Do I play paladins? I don't really like... I've thought about playing a paladin, but it doesn't really seem that interesting to me, to play a character with a strong divine connection to any sort of god, like in a game. I prefer the options that you get as like a sorcerer or a wizard, maybe. Like, if I'm gonna play as a fighter, I'd rather just be a straight-up fighter or a rogue. I don't know. Just, there are different things that different people like exploring in role-playing games, and for me, I would always rather play as a character who's completely aromantic as well, you know, because for me, like, I read a lot about religion or in my daily life because it's an interesting subject, but I'm not really interested in playing characters like that because that's not... There are other opportunities for me to explore spirituality or the concept of divinity outside of Dungeons and Dragons. And same thing with romance. It's like, I'm very happy with my romantic life with my wife, so like, I don't want to play a role-playing game and then have my character go chasing people, like, romantically. Like, I'd rather go do stuff I can't do in the real world, you know? Let's see, do I miss the old town from Season 5? A little bit. I mean, honestly, it was... I wish I had had more hours to play in Season 5, but it was time to move on. The update aquatic was perfectly timed. Well, no, it wasn't perfectly timed. We were waiting for the update aquatic for a while, and when it came through, it was time to move on. Let's see. Oh, hi, Turcanil. Why am I streaming on 3 different platforms? Because no one paid me not to. Why wouldn't you stream on 3 different platforms? Okay. Asuma has golden horses, or has skeleton horses for sale for 16 diamonds each. That is good to know. Okay, let's see. Am I a robot? I am not a robot. If I had to move, where would I move? I'd move up, moving on up. No, I don't know. I'm happy just wiggling around. I don't need to move. If I move too far, I'd pull the microphone stand over with my headphones. So it's probably good if I just stay here for now. Welcome, George. Glad to have you today. Blossom Warrior says, it's a shame you don't get as much income through this. You're an amazing guy. Well, thank you. Honestly, this is a fun hobby, and as long as it pays for itself, I can keep doing it while my wife is in grad school. Once she's done with grad school, I can look at turning this into a job, but it's just not a good time. I need to have health insurance, and paying for health insurance out of pocket in the United States is very hard to do. So, since I'm responsible for my family, I gotta keep the day job for now. Let's go ahead and throw some roses. We don't need those at the moment. What's your favorite build on the server? I'm not sure. Will there be Christmas shops? Maybe. Simon Defray, would you ever consider leaving the VODs of your streams up after you finish streaming? They're not valuable. The thing is, if I did put the VODs up somewhere, it would have to be somewhere that wasn't YouTube. They would hurt my YouTube channel if I left them up, because of the way YouTube's algorithms work. It sounds dumb, but I didn't design YouTube's algorithms. You notice how YouTube is always in the news for having dumb algorithms? It's true, they do. So, yeah, I'm not going to leave the VODs up. Where was my little tunnel I dug? We need to go back down there for right now, while we turn night into day. Sleepy time, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Sleepy time. Why do I need all this dirt? Asked Elliot Key from McGee. Because I need to fill in a valley in a graveyard. And I also need to make the graveyard view look better. And right now from the graveyard, you can see these nice pretty hills with all these trees and flowers on top of them. Which is no good. No good. We need to hew those down. Which is what we're doing. Blossom Warrior says, the healthcare system must be so pricey. Glad for the NHS in England. Yeah, it is a lot harder for Americans to leave their day jobs to do stuff like this than it is for Canadians and people in Europe. At least if you already have a solid day job. For people who don't already have insurance through their employer, you know, it's an easy jump because they're not giving anything up. But I would be, and like I said, I got a kid. I gotta make some hard choices sometimes. So let's see. Maybe we should throw these eggs. Okay. Let's see. Death to all moderately nice landscapes, writes Loki. That's right, Loki. We are gonna make this landscape look as foreboding as possible. Although we're almost out of spaces to carry dirt, we're gonna have to run back there soon with the dirt we have. How thick is this? If I just wanted to go straight through here, how far until I hit the other end? It's moderately thick, isn't it? Okay. We're running out of things I can just get rid of. I want to keep lily pads. I guess I could throw away the ladders. They're just sticks, but it saddens me. Bye-bye, ladders. Let's see. Are my VODs up on Twitch? I don't know. Maybe. I didn't, maybe. Do I still write? You used to write for the newspaper. I used to write for the humor newspaper when I was in college, the Slant. Are there dead trees in the graveyard? Not yet, but there need to be. Karis says make chests. Well, where am I going to get logs for that, Karis, Sophia? Well, honestly, this might be enough dirt to carry me over. Let's, oh yeah, if I want to head back, I need to head back along this way. Let's fill out this final, stack here. What are VODs? They're video on demand. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm making the hills bald. That's the plan. I could get trees from all the woods around me. Probably, hey, look, there's one of those chicken eggs we threw before. It's now a chicken. Yay, we did it. Good job, chicken. Whoa, that was not how I wanted to do that. I wanted to do it more like this. And then not fall down there. Didn't land that successfully either. Okay. I mean, we're really close to the graveyard, so the easiest thing is literally just to come over here and to use all the dirt to immediately work on it. See, we just need to fill in, like, all this. We're actually pretty close to done. I actually need to elevate this whole thing. Oh, can't pick those up yet. So that's going to be a thing. John Brown says, keep up the good content. Thank you. Tom Man Sky says, how are you doing, Joe? I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, we gotta round this out here a little bit. So we actually might need that to go this far. Whoops. So, out of curiosity, how does that hill look now? Looks a lot less good. See that one right there? That was all happy trees and flowers before. Now it's all morbid and bald. This one will be too, eventually. Oh yeah, but look at this. We got to fill in this whole side here. We really then need to, like, round out some of this over on this side just to make it look like not terrible too. Just a lot to do in general. No other hermits online at the moment. It's Sunday. A lot of people are with their family. Meloria Maritam says, never killed an ender dragon in survival. I haven't either, actually. Hasn't come up. I died every time the hermits tried to do it with a group. We need to make a demon emerging from the mountains. That would be cool. I like that idea. No costume today. No, real life stuff got in the way, unfortunately. So, taking a break from the costume. I took my kid to a Halloween event last night, so I'm kind of Halloweened out for the moment. Whoops. If I wanted to be sly about it, I could leave the hill hollow. Actually, I can't because I need to dig a bunch of graves in here and bury stuff, and so I would end up falling through it all the time while I was digging. This is actually just the better way. Welcome, Gregory Harris. Loki Does Things says, I found your channel through the Hermitcraft recap and Twitter. I think I'll hang about. Why, thank you. Glad you're enjoying yourself so far. Okay, so Let's see. Alrighty, see you, Andrew Cook. Have a good day. Hey, thank you for the host, Truck Pipe. On Mixer. Dang it. So this is actually going to have to fill in later. We are so close to having this actually all filled in. Dang it. Hey, thank you for the host, Blossom Warrior, on twitch.tv. You and Green should kill the Ender Dragon together. First for both of you. That could be hilarious. Okay. Okay, so from here now, we need to fill in along here. Dang it. How am I running out of dirt so fast? It's funny how fast these stacks of dirt just fly. Luckily, we grabbed enough for now, I hope. Whoops. And we do want to start putting torches on top of these now that we're kind of back at the elevation we need to be at. Okay, good. Eat some chicken real fast. Hey, welcome, Valerie Russell. Yep, we're making a graveyard. Welcome, Slippery Kraken. Daniel Chapiensky writes, what about an obsidian watchtower on the barren hill? Oh, that would be cool. Very creepy. Of course, obsidian's kind of expensive. We have to go and harvest. We have to use... It's slow to harvest is the only problem. But, you know, we could theoretically build it out of black concrete. I prefer the texture of obsidian, though. We'll have to think about how we would do that. Okay. Oh, man. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so here's the church. Bell tower, partially constructed. The graveyard is going to fill in this whole area back here. Excuse me, I have to cough for a second. But yeah, we have, this was this big valley before, and we've just been slowly filling it in. And it's turning out great. The tower could be black concrete mixed with obsidian for texture. Yeah, anything that makes things cheaper in terms of obsidian is probably a good call. Slippery Kraken says, wait, Joe has a Twitch? Yeah, but I don't like it. That's why I don't promote it. The only reason I use Twitch is as a courtesy to the people who want to watch me on Twitch. And there is no long-term guarantee I'm going to keep using Twitch. I have a lot of problems with a lot of Amazon's business practices and their employment situation, how they treat their workers. So, for right now, I'm streaming on Twitch, but that's not... If you're only following me on Twitch, I might stop using Twitch for years at a time, which I've already done more than once. Sometimes I just get angry at Amazon, and then I stop streaming on Twitch for a few years. So, I wouldn't recommend only following me on Twitch. I'd recommend following me on Twitter and YouTube, because those two I at least keep up with all the time. And I have mixer.com/Joe as my URL, so I'm probably never going to stop streaming on Mixer because I don't want them to take that away from me for inactivity. Okay. What gaming mouse do I have? I don't know. It's garbage. I bought it at a store in a hurry. I didn't pick a mouse that was going to be perfect for me. I randomly got one, and they're not paying me to promote it, so I'm not going to recommend you get the same one as me. Basically, the mouse that I love the most, the Microsoft IntelliMouse that I had, died, and I've just been buying garbage mice ever since because I just accept that all mice are garbage. It's fine, whatever. So yeah, I don't have any mouse-based recommendations. Other than the mouse that I bought like 15 years ago that I can't replace. Is red nether bricks a thing in Java? That could be nice as well. Maybe. Of the Goat says, I watch your vids on YouTube but prefer streaming on Twitch. That's fine, and I'm still streaming on Twitch these days, but there's no guarantee that I will be streaming on Twitch indefinitely. So I just don't want to give people the impression if they follow me on Twitch that that's a good way to keep up with me. The only reason I still have the Twitch is because some people followed me on there years ago, and they want to be able to keep up with me. Quickest way to get obsidian is from TFC's shop. That's true, but I need diamonds. Huh. Okay, so this is going to have to go back further. Probably going to have to... I don't want to chop down any of these trees that don't absolutely need it. Okay, so there's that one fence is right here. So that'll come along here. And then that'll kind of arc around. TFC is out of stock, writes Karis Sophia. Thank you, Karis. Good to know. Figuring out exactly how this fence is going to go, too, because it's a tri-oval, which is a very hard shape to make in Minecraft. Yeah, I am Mixer's Joe. I like it. Douglas Norton asks, what is he doing? I'm leveling this swamp area so I can build a graveyard. Do you want to place a graveyard? And maybe bury some dead. They can get eternal rest. It is the best with their skeletal heads. They are slowly decaying, and I guess that they needed formaldehyde. Do you want to build a graveyard? It doesn't have to be a graveyard. Okay, bye. Just kind of trying to level this out so make it look a little bit more organic around here. So it doesn't just look like a cliff that I shoved in here. Dang it. We're definitely going to want to cover this iron. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Yeah, I've watched the movie Frozen way too many times because I haven't a kid. That is very true. Okay, so I think we had this roughly here. Because it should be about 9 blocks from there. And actually, it probably would have been here, now that I'm thinking about it. Valerie Russell writes, why does it need to be level? Well, it was a huge valley before, so building a graveyard in a pit is a bad idea. This used to drop down like 6 blocks between there, and now it's flat. Because we're going to build a graveyard. And that'll work. So let's throw some extra dirt along the sides here as well, just to kind of give it a little bit of something, so it doesn't feel quite so forced. How do you guys feel about stone walls for the graveyard? Because actually it being iron walls is pretty... I put in the iron just because it's easy to recognize from me in the distance, but I'm thinking it should actually probably be stone. Okay. More Corrinne, please. Well, that depends on her schedule. She's busy right now. Dang it. Go for the stone. Stone foundation with iron bars alone. Or with iron bars above. Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. Stone walls will keep mobs out too. That's kind of one of the things I was thinking. Hey, welcome, Astromus. Glad to have you. Okay. Oh, we also need to put in some half slabs around here too. Here's what I think I'm going to do real quick. I was going to say. Dang it, wall, stay there. Cool. While we wait for it to turn from day to night, I actually need to use the restroom real quick, so I'll be... Okay, here we go. Great. Dun dun dun. Bum bum dum bum. Bum bum. Okay. Stone wall of the pillar to break it up. Hey, howdy, Christopher Sprague. Glad to have you. Hey, thank you for the $2 donation. No Romo, yes Bromo. We appreciate it. Well, I say we. Me and my family. It really does help. Hey, welcome, Style. Guys might have noticed that bathroom break was ad-free. That's because I don't do ads on my YouTube or, wait, on my, well, any of my triple stream services. I was going to say, before we run back upstairs, we should make those walls real quick. So, yeah. You get to enjoy these videos courtesy of just me making them. And, thanks to some of the folks who donate, I can afford to keep making them. So, yeah. Let's see, make more mossy cobble. Coffee. Stylev says, can I bribe you? I don't accept bribes. I do accept donations. Any money you give me, unfortunately, you no longer have any control over. That's just how that works. Basically, the amount of money it would cost to influence me exceeds what most people would be willing to donate, and it exceeds what most video service people are willing to pay for exclusivity, which is why I don't do exclusive streaming contracts. You can watch me on YouTube, Twitch, and what's the other one? Mixer. Because nobody thinks it's worthwhile to pay me what I think I'm worth. So, yeah, you get what you pay for, guys. Now, maybe I want to mix in some non-mossy cobble here, too. Let's make a crafting bench. Doc M has super sad because no one's been buying his mushroom blocks. If I send you a tip, would you consider buying some from him? Well, see, here's the thing, is I would consider buying mushroom blocks from Doc M because he's sad, not because you gave me a tip. If you want to tip me on Twitch, I might go buy those mushroom blocks today. I might go buy them tomorrow. I'm not going to promise, like, oh yeah, I'm going to drop everything. But, no, I don't like Doc M being sad, so I'd want to help him out. He's a cool guy. But yeah, I would do that because I wanted to do that, not because you asked me to. So, yeah, it's just these kind of edge areas here that get kind of weird when you get kind of close. With the 45-degree angles on these are hard. Okay. Do I get revenue from YouTube Premium watches? I do on my videos, but not on the streams. The streams don't generate any revenue except for tips. Like, if people want to back me on Patreon, that generates revenue from people giving me money on Patreon. But, like, that's not, like... If I have 100,000 people watching the stream and nobody tips, I make the same amount of money as if I have one person watching the stream and nobody tips. But... I'm just doing the streams mostly because I like hanging out with you guys, and it's a more fun way to make the videos for me. But yeah, if you guys are asking, that's the answer. Okay. Dang it, that's not how that should go. Okay, let's see. LW Gaming says, love your videos, you did an excellent job last season, and I just wanted to ask where you get your ideas from, because I struggle to get ideas for things to build. I just read a lot of different things, and, like, you know, look for things where I'm like, oh, that would be cool to build. Like, there's a ton of stuff from ancient history that I've got just, like, queued up, written down as, like, oh, when I have time, I want to do this, and when I have time, I want to do that. And, yeah. So, like, just read books about cool things, and you'll have ideas for cool builds. That would be my suggestion. Because, like, if you just go on YouTube and say, hey, what are other people building on YouTube? Well, you're just going to be doing the same thing as everybody else, and that's not as good. You should do your thing. Do the things that interest you, you know? Okay, we're midday, so we're not in any trouble, really. On time. Okay. Creek says, are we in the middle of the time skip? We're actually kind of between episodes. I was hoping to get the fences started before I open the next episode. So, yeah. Basically, episode 32, I think. No, episode 32 went up the other day. I've recorded episode 33, but I haven't edited it yet, and I'm about to start recording episode 34 later in during this stream. So, but I didn't want to start the episode until I had the walls kind of in place, because this can just be kind of boring watching me. I want to show clear progress in the episode. Luckily, there's a lot of vines around here. Okay. So, let's see. Plenty more vines. Who do you want to win, Chiefs or Patriots? I don't care for either team. What have I heard about the architects group that Green and Mumbo are doing? I know that they're doing it, but, you know, if I had any inside info, I couldn't share it. Sorry. Gregory Harris says, have you mentioned why you don't record at home and why you choose to lease share a studio space? Yes. Now, that's not something that... People ask me, like, how far along do I have to be in my YouTube thing before I have a leased space? It's like, if you don't absolutely need it, don't get it. But my wife is working on a PhD, and it was very distracting for her having my studio in the house, and it was hurting her studies. So, at a certain point, we're not paying for me to be able to make YouTube videos better. We're paying for her to be able to work on her biophysics PhD. But of the two things, she didn't want a... We could have tried to get a space for her to study somewhere off-site. But realistically, no, she can study at home. She just doesn't need me being loud there. We looked at trying to get a place with a third bedroom. But in Nashville, it would be about $1,000 a month to get a third bedroom. Basically, once you get a 3-bedroom place anywhere near where we live, they assume that you're 3 graduate students living together. And they're like, well, you can each pay $1,000 a month. And we can't pay $3,000 a month for... So it's actually a lot cheaper for me to lease a non-residential space that I just use for this. And that's part of where your donations go, is to covering the expenses on that. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey, we have a... Let's see. Inbox here. No, okay, cool. I need to lower these 2 windows so I can read this window. Sorry, I'm still... getting set up clearly. I haven't actually started recording yet, so this is kind of the informal... This is the longest opening to a stream. Or to a video. Okay, but yeah, we just need all this vine gathering and stuff. It's like, that's not core content. That's not what people watch the channel for. That's the sort of thing we do off camera while we talk. I am happy to continue this Q&A if you guys have more questions, though. Who do I want to win the Phantom Hunt? You know, I hope whoever wins really enjoys it. If it's somebody who isn't enjoying it, then I hope they lose. You shouldn't compete for the joy of winning. You should compete for the joy of competing, in my opinion. Which, yeah. Am I supposed to be a Kraken? I don't know. Am I? Let's see. Shay Snail sent you $1 USD. America's expensive. That's why I'd give more if I could, but we're all in this together. Oh, thank you, Shay Snail. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, that actually... Well, we appreciate it. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh, hey, we got an Extra Life donation as well. Stylith donated $5 to Extra Life. Awesome. They are doing work with the Children's Hospital here in Nashville. And I really appreciate you giving to them via the link. Now, that Extra Life money I never see. That's different from the donating to me via PayPal. So, I wonder, let me check my fundraising total on that. I haven't really been pushing the Extra Life thing because they have kind of like a, oh, we've raised $90 out of our $100 goal. You know what? Now that somebody linked it, or somebody actually just gave, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. If I open this in a new tab, does that... Yeah. So yeah, here's the Extra Life donation thing if anybody else wants to give to Extra Life. They work with children's hospitals across the country. The one I'm working, the drive I'm working with is actually for Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, who is awesome. I need to combine these vines to make more mossy cobble, though. Oh no, I'm out of cobblestone. How will I fix this? Oh, yeah, I fixed it. Do you want some mossy cobble? Wait, am I actually... Oh, no. I was going to say, if I'm actually running out of mossy cobble, I'm in real trouble. Or if I'm running out of cobblestone. But yeah, okay, cool. And, let's see. It actually looked like I got another donation as well. Let me see if I can pull that up. Where's, Gmail? Inbox? Hey, we got $10 from Drew. Thank you, Drew, as well. Appreciate it. The default says... friend has a similar name, not sure. Oh, okay, that's somebody else asking about the Kraken. Do I know who the Jingler is? I still don't know. I still don't know. Am I going to play Ender Pearl Golf? Maybe. That does sound fun. Dab on screen. And I will tell everybody, I don't have my paintbrush. So, no dabbing right now. Where is my paintbrush? Oh, my entire Bob Ross costume is somewhere else. I need to dig that up later. I think I left a crafting bench out back here so I could work on that wall, didn't I? Okay, good. Hey, welcome, Given Solid. We can hear you. Will you do a mining session, please? I don't really need to mine right now. Okay, go back to inbox here. Mossy cobblestone wall. Hey, got another donation, $2 from Ryan Baird. Hope this helps enjoy the streams. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Welcome, Super Shaggy Doo. Glad to have you as well. Howdy. Spooky ambient noise indeed. Okay, so I'm not sure how many more mossy cobblestone walls I'm going to need, but you know what? It's probably helpful to just have as many as possible, right? That just kind of makes sense to me. Having this tree kind of right here is also fine with me. Okay. Okay, so this, I was gonna say, we probably actually want to have this come further this way here. Maybe we'll bring that down a little, and then, yeah, bring this back out and around, and this is supposed to come to connect to here, kind of. This is actually almost kind of wrong. Let's go ahead and pull these out some. I'm glad I turned so much of that to cobble already. Whoops. Not those ones, though. Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. Mossy cobble can plug that right there. So this graveyard wall here is supposed to kind of come out like so, and then I think we actually want to add more dirt on the inside of here. So as you can see, this is why we didn't start the recording yet, because there's a lot of just monotonous working out exactly all the angles we want for our tri-oval. Tri-ovals, of course, are very weird when it comes to math. Ideally, I want to avoid zigzagging too tightly on these. So even where the land kind of zigzags tightly, I'm kind of hoping I can not do that. But yeah, this should actually probably come way further out. How are we on dirt? We're not great. Not great on dirt. Okay. Probably shouldn't have used as much doing filler as I did already. Joe's web monopoly is hanging by a thread. I know I need to get more webs, but I'm like also trying to work on my builds, guys. It's hard to do it. It's hard to be a small business owner today. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got all this set up. It's not that warm here, VGN Brat. Glad to have you though today. Okay. Let's see. Any other things? Am I good at drawing? I'm okay at it. Took some classes in college. Iskall and Impulse are trying to get into spiderweb profits. I'm not surprised. Dorbin says, should I build my enchanted bookshop above or below ground? Whatever you think you want to make best. Hey, welcome Jason's Game and Audio. Welcome Minnie Mencino. Welcome Summer Flower. Glad to have you all. Okay, so here's what we're going to do next. We are going to hammer out that with the axe here. We're going to... Where's my book with the map of what the graveyard should look like? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Sun is up high. It's actually relatively early in the day. Cool. We are going to climb up to where we'll start the next video. I almost wonder if it would be cool to bury fences and then put dark green carpet over it for the step up here. That kind of would look weird, I think, though. Okay, so I'm gonna... Yeah, that's not as trivial as I... Like, as I'm looking at this from up here, we're not really hitting exactly the shape that we want. I think I built that wall too close, honestly. I think I might have counted wrong or something. It should probably wrap around the outside of those trees. But, yeah, that there looks a lot better than it did. Okay. So I think we're going to start recording our episode here. Before we start the episode, though, I got to go grab my book that has the map of the graveyard we're working off of. And probably get another drink because this one's almost empty. As you know, the stream is ad-free, so feel free to donate to that PayPal link there. Let me move that so you can actually read that better. And I'm going to put on a little music while I run and grab that stuff. Time skip. Whoops, that's not what I want.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Alright, so this is the map of the graveyard we're working off of. That's the church and the graveyard there. As you can tell, it's definitely a lot more triangular, or triovular, in this than what we actually got, unfortunately. So, oops, we want that one. Okay. Well, let's see. Yep, that's my brother wrote that song. I do play for Nashville. Okay, I am Joe Hills. So, we're going to work on this. Let me see. The book should have an actual description for the graveyard. In text as well. I kind of want to pull that up. E6 is the graveyard. Cemetery. A fence of wrought iron with a rusty gate encloses a rectangular plot of land behind the dilapidated church. You know, it's not rectangular in the map at all. Tightly packed gravestones shrouded by fog bear the names of souls long past. All seems quiet. Okay. Well, oh no. We need to get inside before all the mobs kill us. It got late really quickly. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna hop out here. Okay. What is this? So let me see. Sorry, I just got a message from my wife. We're still trying to sort out our evening plans. So, one sec. It looks like we're gonna do a one recording segment, maybe two. I'm probably gonna have to wrap up pretty soon. We've been streaming for about an hour already, but okay. We will want to have. We're gonna have to figure out how we want to do this. We're gonna need signs. We're gonna need a lot of signs, I guess. Dang it, torches everywhere. This is the problem with having torches in your offhand. They're great for spamming, but they also are spammed. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna dump a bunch of stuff into chests that we don't need right now. Like vines, we don't need a lot of vines at the moment. We do need to make a lot of wood. And then we need to make a lot of sticks. And then we need to make a lot of, signs. That should be enough. Well, maybe not. Okay, so let's go ahead and store some of the non-essential materials at the moment. Back in here. And in here. White wool, we don't need quite now. Don't need these sticks all right now. Now, this is a good time to grab the polished andesite, non-polished andesite. We need to probably polish a lot of andesite. Great, we can dump our maps in here for the moment. We can dump our oak leaves. Probably don't need that at the time. Right now. Actually, I will make torches with this coal. Torches. Okay. So. How are we going to light the graveyard in the long term? I think the obvious answer is going to be pumpkins with, what do you call it over top of it? Yeah, we do need to put benches in the church. You're right. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Okay, so I think our initial goal for this episode, though, is going to be to plot out a bunch of the gravestones. Now, do we want to have a bunch of chests? A bunch of coffins? Yeah, probably. That would make sense. Do you want to make some coffins? Well, you better build them fast. Okay. Cool. Oh, I wanted to climb up on here. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Gonna turn off face cam to start the recording. How now, brown cow? Unique, New York. An angry man. There is my story. The bitter rancor of Achilles, prince of the house of Peleus, which brought 1,000 troubles upon the Achaean host. Let's, well, can I turn this around so... Nope. That was a bad way to do that. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, running through all the places. Okay, so we're going to climb up here. Then we're going to look up and out like that. Then we'll hit F5. There we go. Boom. And we're going to take off all of our stuff here. Cool. Start. Okay, the recording's already going. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And as you can tell behind me, I have laid the groundwork, literally, for the graveyard behind our Barovian church. Beyond the grave. Actually, we haven't even gotten into the graves yet. Ideally, we don't want to be in the graves physically, but from a digging standpoint, like, we're just going to have to accept that we're going to have to hop down here and actually, you know, probably end up inside some graves sooner or later. Now, this is supposed to be a fairly busy graveyard on account of, you know, the vampire problem that this area has. So, what I was thinking is, based on the map provided by Mike Schley, it kind of looks like there would be a big cluster of graves in this back kind of corner area here. There are some larger mausoleums kind of toward the center in this main area, as well as additional mausoleums kind of off on either side. A lot of kind of smaller graves just packed wherever they can fit between the mausoleums as well. Which is why when you buy a mausoleum, you really want to also buy the land around it. Because you don't... Who needs neighbors when you're dead? Especially, what if they're not good neighbors? You know, that could be its own whole thing. So, I was kind of thinking about possible headstone designs. Like, just a single cobblestone wall doesn't really... I don't know. Maybe that doesn't look right. But, like, is something like this... See, that kind of looks like a grave, but that's a very elaborate grave. A simple marker. Can we put signs on the ground directly without a mod pack? Because, like, a traditional simple marker would just be, like, a buried block like this with, like, a name on the top. Yeah, that's not really gonna do. Huh. Okay. Well, core concept. We can kind of take some people, like, or take a chest, kind of put it in here, right? Boom. No! Chests, you're supposed to connect to each other. That's not a very good coffin unless the dead person was a magician's assistant who had a really, really untimely accident. So there we go. We can put that there, and then we can just put this here. And I was kind of thinking maybe we'll go ahead and use the names of what would be... You know what? We'll come back to putting names on the graves. I have a few ideas, but I don't want to commit to them quite yet. But core concept, we can come through here and just kind of set up a little bit, or a few rows. Actually, I'm looking, maybe we should have moved that one further back. Just kind of thinking about this here. We don't want them to be adjacent to the fence, because that's going to cause its own whole problem. But we don't want them to be too far from the fence, because then we can't just kind of put them in wherever. We need to have a densely packed cemetery. We need to pack the cemetery densely. That is, what you get is what you make, or what you get in what you put out. No, you get out what you put in. Yeah, core concept. So, why did I dig that? That's unnecessary. We're going to put a different gravestone here. A little marker. Boom. Kind of put these here. Yay, that one went way better. And, okay. So, if we do have a row of these, kind of like this, there's really no way in Minecraft to place these literally any closer to each other, because they would start overlapping, unfortunately. Then the next row would have to start here to give you room to walk, right? So then we would have this chest here for this coffin. And then, obviously... Now, I wonder, does it... Whoops, not that. I wonder if it makes sense to bury these kind of offset from each other. But, you know, as I look at the map that was provided with Curse of Strahd, it seems that some of these graves are offset and some of them are not. And this area of the cemetery was not. So we're just going to defer to mapmaker Mike Schley in his decision to have this as is. So, oh, did I put that? Oh, I put those further than they needed to be from each other. What I was kind of thinking was I would have like a one thick trail that led past the graves. So these are maybe not as densely packed as they could be. Oh no, the sun is now beginning to set. We should probably rush home to our little bunker in the Undercroft to turn night into day. Time skip. Headstones are usually facing away from each other so they are head to head. Is that in England? I don't think that's how they do it in the United States at all. Item frame with a renamed sign could be put in the ground. Ooh! Item frames cause some lag, though. So, I can't see your name, blue name person, but glad to have you on Twitch. Okay. So... some cemeteries have been known to put people too deep. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move these back. Let me just cough real quick. I'm going to mute. Okay. So here's what I think we're going to do. We're actually going to exhume these chests. Maybe Exuma was buried here. Ho-ho. Look at me. I'm making Minecraft jokes. Like a Minecraft humorist. Bet you never saw one of those before. Or bet you did. It was me, though. Okay. Well, we're not trying to bury people too deep here, so that's actually... Okay, this chest is garbage, and we're going to move this whole thing. Okay, please connect chest. There we go. Okay, now we are connected there. Boom. Okay, so we'll move these headstones as well. We'll attack these with our axes. Dirt, dirt. Chest. Rebury. Great. Now, I was kind of thinking, do I want to have the cemetery have podzol or something over the chests, like over the graves? And I was like, you know, maybe, but it might be better to get some bone meal and just have this be really overgrown, you know, like just make it really feel like it's not ideal. But okay, so if we have this row here where people can walk along this path and see these, we're going to need to dig in another one here. Ideally, we'd like these to... We want to have each area of the graveyard kind of have its own feel to it. So this area will have a very dense, packed feel, as you can tell. And in the map, this is 3 rows deep. So, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 8 across, right? So, what we'd probably want to do to kind of have this follow the original map would be to have these kind of come back. Whoops, why did I do that? That's not ideal. I'm so bad at digging where I'm supposed to dig. Kind of put these like this. Have the path kind of follow along here. Which then means that our next grave would go here. So this kind of gives us a little bit of feel of how rounded the perimeter is. A little bit more of an organic feel, I think, which has a value. Because things that are too straight feel too man-made, which obviously all cemeteries are man-made, because vultures don't exactly bury our dead for us. But, yeah, here we go. We just come through here like so. Get another 3 or 4. Okay, so as I look at this, I'm realizing if we get too close to the center, we're actually going to start running into where some of the mausoleums are supposed to be. Now, because in Minecraft, you have to put these a minimum of a meter apart to have it read that there's a distance there. It's a little bit different than on a game map, but okay. So then this one, we would have our path kind of come along here, and then come this way. Great. Yeah, that has a certain... Those stones feel pretty anonymous. I don't know. It kind of works. So, actually, yeah, then we would have these kind of coming in along here, like so. Whoops. And we are almost out of chests, so we might have to go and grab more wood real quick, guys. But, core concept, we are moving this along pretty quickly. Compared to, dang it, compared to the amount of time it took to dig out all the dirt that I needed to build this and then replace it, it's like, oh, this is flying like, I was gonna say like a whirlybird, a helicopter. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab more chests and we'll be right back. Time skip. Okay. Summerflower says, I'm so glad the tradition of putting a cemetery in Hermitcraft is continued. I'm glad. Maybe soul sand would work. Mixing in some soul sand might not be a bad idea, actually, for the paths. Having one of the paths be made of soul sand is an idea I would approve of. So time skips on live streams are the best. Very true, the Rocky Bird. I kind of want to get some granite markers, although I don't think we're going to use them right here specifically. We might want them in some other places. So, okay. And the big thing we came over here was for wood for chests. Luckily, I have a ton of logs. That is not the problem at all. Okay. So let's go ahead and replace some of these signs for now because I'm not ready to do the signs yet. Logs, please. Oak logs. Oak planks. Chests. 24. That's enough for 12 more graves. That doesn't feel like enough. Wood, please. Chests, please. Cool, there we go. Hey, welcome, Michael Rainey. Welcome, little cat. Yep, this is behind the scenes of a time skip. Welcome, Raven Rose. Okay. So now we're going to come back this way and put in more. Whoops. Whoops, why am I doing that? I'm so dumb. I keep digging where the gravestone's supposed to be, and I don't know why. It doesn't help anybody. Okay, so let's see. Alright. Well, so we've got these plots here looking pretty good, in my opinion. I want to go ahead and mark out at least where some of the big mausoleums are, just so that I can get a sense of the overall shape of how this whole space should fit together. I think we actually want to have, it looks like two kind of smaller mausoleums back here. So we might need to knock down this tree. Sorry, this tree, you are in the way of progress. And specifically the way progress will, you know, result in the death of the dead. No, the storage of the dead. So, let's see. Mausoleum, the smallest we probably want to make it would be like 5 by 5. What is that noise? Is that the leaves breaking? No, that's the vines breaking as the leaves decay. Yeah, the smallest we'd want to make a mausoleum would probably be, if we're gonna store like chests in them. Like, let's just think about this. If the mausoleum is gonna have coffins inside of it, we would have like 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, and then we'd have another 1, 2. Whoops. Dang it, that's not what I wanted. How do I put a chest on top of that chest that connects to this chest? If I hold shift, it won't join them. Dang it. Okay. So we might need to have like shelves or something that the coffins go on top of. But core concept, the smallest mausoleum we probably want to do would have room for chests on both sides. So we'd have like chests here, and then we'd have like back window here, right? So if this is our mausoleum footprint, and we've got 2 next to each other, that's going to be 5 by 6, it looks like. So let's go ahead and build a polished andesite equivalent right here. 1. We can just, this is real handy because we can just have these. I'm guessing the roofs wouldn't have much overhang to them, if any, but that's okay. So then we come over to here. Yeah, that would be, yes, here. Out to here. Boom. That's 2 mausoleum footprints already. Oh, no, it's going to be nighttime. Let's get a quick rest. Time skip. Shift click on the side of the upper chest. Okay, so shift click on the side of the upper chest to connect. Good to know. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and eat some food real quick, too, while we're... Oh, actually, I want to go up to the roof and look down kind of at the, Alright, so as you can see, we've got our 3 rows of graves here. I'm almost thinking maybe I should use path blocks to sink down the areas that have the caskets in them, and then use podzol or soul sand. Probably not soul sand, because nobody wants to walk on soul sand paths, but having soul sand or podzol paths would look a lot better. Now, those footprints for those mausoleums are about right. We were supposed to actually have one really big mausoleum, like right about in here. I probably want to go mark that off, as well as several kind of mausoleums kind of dotted throughout here. I think I'm going to go ahead and take care of some of those footprints off camera, and then we'll come back to build them. Time skip. Okay, so stop recording. Hey, looks like we hit our Extra Life fundraising goal. Let's see, who put us over the top on that? Where's my Extra Life thing? View fundraising page. It doesn't say. Well, whoever pushed us over the top on Extra Life, thank you very much. That's going to go to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. In our case, that's specifically Vanderbilt University Hospital. So, woo, thank you to whoever donated that. That is awesome. I don't know why it isn't showing up. Who did that, though? Thanks, the internet. The internet's unpredictable. But core concept. Ooh, dead coral for grave markers. Joseph Tiseo. That is a brilliant idea. Dead fans. That. You guys are blowing my mind. We're going to do that. Okay. So, either way, looking at the clock, I got to meet up with my family for dinner. But thank you guys so much for coming out today. Thank you so much for your donations, both to me and to Extra Life. Excuse me. Oh, man. It's been a good afternoon. I'm really happy with how much we got done here. Like, this was... Where's my mouse pointer? Mouse pointer. Yeah, I mean, this was completely not finished before. Now we've got it marked in. We've got it laid out. It's really good. So, let me see if there's any other hermits online right now that we can raid. Hermitcraft.com is the best place to find hermits online. What's XB Crafted doing? He's streaming a community UHC. Let's see. So if you want to watch XB Crafted, I will go ahead and
backtrack. You're going to have to light it all up
there.
again.
So, let me mute him. So the way you guys do raids here, howdy, you say howdy y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And I'm posting the link to his stream so you guys can jump over there and raid XP Crafted fellow hermit. So, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.